Salve galera, aqui no Tox, mais episódio aqui de Final Fantasy XVI. Salve aí Lucas GTA, salve aí Nicolas, salve aí todo mundo que estiver assistindo. Vamos continuar aqui mais episódio de Final Fantasy XVI. Episódio anterior eu adiantei algumas secundárias e algumas vão ter que fazer conforme as principais. Já vou até carregar aqui, então talvez eu vou acabar terminando algumas secundárias que eu comecei numa outra live, que até estão bloqueadas. Mas não vamos perder tempo e vamos para as missões principais, e aí vou ver se já aproveito e assim, em cada lugar que eu vou já tem a secundária para fazer também. Começar pela Marta. Começa pela Marta e aí eu já aviso lá. E é isso aí, galera. Não sabe todo mundo estiver assistindo. Vamos lá. Vamos ajudar a Marta, né? Aproveitar que estamos aqui também já entregar o Rubi pra ela.
Jill? Otto said he'd been attacked by a Kashyyyk. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight?
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you've come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way.
Do you think there are as many as Martha says?
Aí, já é uma outra secundária dentro daqui. Acho que vou ter que primeiro resolver a principal. E aí já entregamos a secundária pra ela. Pera aí. Pronto. Resolvido. O controle já tá carregando. Aí vamos ter que fazer acho que a mesma coisa nos outros dois lugares. Que aí a gente já ajuda na principal e aí resolve a secundária depois. Beleza. Só tô resolvendo uma coisa aqui e pronto. Aí. Agora sim vamos em frente. Chegamos.
Clive, wounded.
We deal with the Akashic first.
Família, inimigos? Pode vir todo mundo. Quase lá. Mais. Ô, droga. Você morre. Aê. Aê! Não foi tão difícil.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place,
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
how do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men? But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
Beleza, agora é só entregar a missão pra Marta. E aí quero já aproveitar que estou aqui pra também resolver a secundária dela.
A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell, the Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels! And they've got wounded with them! They're not gonna make it!
Damn it all.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe now. The lift can only carry a few at a time. If those Akashic get as
Beleza, vamos lá.
Wade's men will have no
Acho que a secundária é só depois mesmo. Pra onde? Pra cá. Só pegar o elevador e enfrentar esses caras.
Mad dogs.
Tô achando que eles vão vir com a infantaria pesada pra cá.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
Sir Wade.
Lord Rosfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it,
We thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Behind you!
Damn it!
Uma
We
tartaruga?
need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
we can certainly try.
Não é difícil essa tartaruga, mas só dá trabalho.
Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty.
Não vai causar muito dano. Os meteoros só vão acertar o casco. Quer causar dano mesmo na tartaruga é na cabeça. Morre, tartaruga. Vacilei. Foi Stagger. Quase lá. Aê, Stagger. É, aqui. Leva! Agora queima! Droga! Pronto. Só o dano que a gente causou de stagger já quase matou ele. Pelo menos já viram o poder do Giga Flame, o quanto que causa. Por ideia que assim, eu até coloquei pra substituir o Ramu porque ele causa mais dano na prática que o Ramu. Morre! Aê! Morreu no Kamehameha. Conseguimos.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
Maravilha, conseguimos. Só vou ver uma coisa aqui rapidinho. Beleza? Deixa eu ver. Já é uma outra área. A Marta. É, a gente só vai poder acho que falar com ela quando resolver mesmo. Essa é a principal. Agora é outra área que eu acredito que temos que defender. Não tá tão longe, mas acho que deve compensar, talvez.
Ready, go?
Chegamos. E mais inimigos. Dessa vez goblins.
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Ô, droga. Morre. Chocobo. Chocobos? É, chocobos. Aê! Pronto, morreu. Quase lá. Pronto. Mais.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Chegou numa boa hora.
Shall we?
Tá, o problema daqui é você. Vou recuperar um pouco da vida. Você vai morrer, seu maldito. Aí, stag. Dano de fogo. Aí, titã. Kamehameha. E ainda vai ser queimado. 38 mil de dano. Real não é brincadeira isso daqui. Aê! O Kamehameha causa aquele dano que é feito pra acabar com o cara mesmo. Giga Flame veio pra não sair, basicamente. É o tipo de poder que você pega e até é bom upar ele.
I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear.
Salve aí, Huxley.
Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
Bem, conseguimos ajudar ela. Só temos que agora resolver a secundária. E maravilha, missão cumprida. Mais uma lembrança para os aposentos do Clive.
I'd like you to meet. Oscar, over here. It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch. I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew. Well, go on then. It's not for me to ask him. Yes, Sir Wade. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a
Não planejo não, Huxley. Eu tenho um contato da Bethesda, mas eu decidi deixar o meu contato quieto assim pra esse jogo.
Shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other guardians are... I mean to say that, they're... It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire...
Um que eu gostei, Huxley, recente, eu posso até indicar, eu joguei no PC, Hi-Fi Rush. Ele lembra muito Devil May Cry, principalmente o reboot de 2013. É um jogo bom. E daí eu posso recomendar tranquilamente. Eu até fiz série também.
I would not have it any other way.
Maravilha. Vamos falar com a Marta. Agora que resolvemos a principal, vamos aproveitar a viagem aqui para a secundária. Só que não liberou ainda a secundária. Beleza, vamos para outra área. Dessa vez aqui. Rincão setentrional. Aonde exatamente? Para cá. Vamos lá, Isabelle. Eu acredito que talvez depois de resolver essas principais deve liberar cada secundária. Vamos lá, Isabelle, o que a gente pode te ajudar?
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
A Kashik, but different.
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
Beleza. Pra onde que ela tá mandando? Ah, é cair na cidade ainda. O bom é que pra briga estamos bem preparados. Pronto, chegamos.
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days. What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered, or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives. Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
I'd like you to consider my needs.
What we need to consider is where the creatures came from.
The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors.
Aê, vamos lá. Vamos falar com quem ainda tá vivo.
Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, they came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed Moor when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. Just rest now.
Beleza, tem mais um sobrevivente aqui.
You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more. I'm sorry, darling.
Moor, 400 metros. Vamos ter que ir lá de Chocobo. Porque mesmo que eu pegasse outro fast travel, não compensa andar tanto assim. Então já vamos vir direto daqui mesmo. E é isso aí, galera. Quem tiver não esquece de deixar aquele like lá e compartilhar pra gente pra dar aquela força e se inscrever se for inscrito. 100 metros não tá tão longe.
Clive, look.
I see them. With me.
Morre. Quem mais? Tem mago? Aonde? Ah, você. Aí, tem outro. Aê! Pronto. Deve aparecer algum chefe depois. Sabia, um lit. Pronto. Ô, droga, o que houve? Vou aproveitar para encher vida. Aê! Kamehameha! Leva! E aí, Guilherme? E queima! Quase morto. Eu ia usar Kamehameha, mas deixa quieto. Conseguimos. Mas já vi que gostou, né, ô Guilherme? Do Giga Flame, né? É basicamente um Kamehameha.
Then we should let Isabel know.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones...
Acho que com isso já devo ter missão cumprida. Que aí depois já tem que ir para outro lugar para resolver os problemas também. Aí já quero aproveitar e entregar as secundárias.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one, and that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
Maravilha, missão cumprida. Agora falta Dilemil, e aí já vou ter que voltar de novo para esses lugares para resolver isso daqui. Mas sem problema. Beleza, onde é que tá a principal? Acho que tá atrás de mim. Aqui.
Sid, your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried? You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalimil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago. Any idea where they went? The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. Now, I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard. Suppose we just follow the shouting.
Maravilha. Ferroada fatal. É por aqui. É nessa porta.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Vamos lá, eu vou falar com ele.
Sid and Lady Jill.
Vou aproveitar e resolver todas as principais e depois eu vou voltar para os lugares que eu já fui.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalimil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. or an entire city for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalamil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
Beleza, encontrar a Ignac. É por aqui.
Haven't we had enough fighting?
Que essa daqui dá pra resolver.
Shouldn't be too hard to track.
My reputation will be ruined.
Acho que é isso.
Ruined.
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen. Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went.
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed. Every ill-gotten coin in Dalamil is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence, and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
Bandidos, sem problema. Quero já aproveitar que, já que eu vou acabar indo pro deserto, já dá pra resolver uma primária e uma secundária, eu imagino.
And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves, and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along?
What he means to say is yes.
Beleza. Vamos ter que falar com mais gente. Tem um aqui.
Picture it, Conrad. Ah, here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canberra to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left.
Tá vendo, Andrade Milena? Tá meio sumida, mas que bom que a gente tá voltando.
Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you call the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
Beleza, agora tenho aqui a 70 metros. Aí já fica mais fácil de resolver.
If I had my pickaxe, I would.
I mean, it may still be possible to buy some. Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill?
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. but you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
Maravilha, agora é só falar com o Victor.
Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Mummy.
Bom que estamos avançando bem, resolvendo essas primárias e secundárias. Pelo menos já temos briga para comprar depois de resolver isso.
You, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to.
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalamil as we speak. All of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in two groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalamil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
Maravilha. Já vai ser mais briga, sem problema.
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
It's all yours.
Pode vir. Quando chegar inimigo mais forte, eu já uso o Rage pra encher vida. Beleza, quem mais? Mago, você é o primeiro. Aí, quem mais? Vai, cara, morre. O problema é que esse cara é meio chato pra levar rage. Aí. Nossa, quero resolver os minions. Você vai ter essa chance, cara. Relaxa. Aí. Aproveitar pra encher vida. Nossa, que vacilo. Mas você tá quase no stagger. Aê! Vai levar a Kamehameha. $39.000. Eu já tenho uma ideia de como vou finalizar você. Vai demorar um pouco ainda. Vai ter que ser queimado. Aê! Conseguimos. Resolvido.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well.
Bem, é isso aí, tá tudo resolvido, acho que até aqui.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Dalamil.
We all saved Dalamil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Come now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Maravilha, resolvido aqui. E já que estamos aqui, já dá pra ver a secundária daqui mesmo. Vamos pegar o nosso Chocobo e ir pra cá. Aí já vamos começar resolvendo essa secundária. Vambora. 600 metros. Não tá tão longe. Escorpiões? Eu acho que temos problemas maiores.
We got company.
Aê. Mais alguém? Quase lá. Vou aproveitar isso para encher vida. Quase no stag. Aê! Morre! Nossa! Aê! Conseguimos! E acho que encontramos os itens roubados.
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Dalamil.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right. Speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship. They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke, far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself, and a far more fitting payment.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
Bem, conseguimos.
I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
And there are many other collectors out there.
Too many to count.
but only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Byron Rosfield. And is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Thank you again for your assistance. Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
É isso aí, a missão cumprida. Só vai um bicho a mais.
Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
Maravilha, podemos voltar pro Blackthorn. Aproveitar e ir pro esconderijo. Falar com o Otto. E aí já podemos já resolver uma primária e uma secundária. Começar acho que pela secundária. Ver o que o Blackthorn pode fazer com isso. Que aí pode ser algum equipamento importante.
Sorry for the wait, but hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword, then?
I did better than that.
A whetstone?
Yes, but not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted. Just don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one, August too. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
He'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right. I will.
Maravilha, missão secundária cumprida. Excalibur. Eu acho que é uma espada, não é a melhor, mas é bom dar uma olhada.
Trouble with your gear, or so will it be?
Diamante aqui, Excalibur, é boa. Mas se consegue para fazer ela encaçada, mas como falei, existe uma espada melhor. Que eu tô justo atrás dessa que é melhor. Vamos falar com o Otto, que aí também a gente já resolve essas secundárias também. É isso aí, estamos avançando bem, galera. Já tem renome para É resgatar.
How may I help you today, Clive? Here you are.
850.
Was wondering when you turn up. Had ours from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Taya says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special.
Sim, isso daí é um fato. O Clive ele é especial mesmo. Além de dominar o fogo do Ifrit, ainda pode ter os outros elementos de outros dominantes.
Goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua.
Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
It's all Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, Bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who is to wait for me in Tabor.
Bom que o Joshua vai poder nos ajudar. Mais um pro time.
We travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
Beleza, liberou mais side quests. E aonde temos que ir? Uma área nova. É isso aí, até que avançamos bem. Mas acho que esse lugar até o momento eu vou ver se faço em outro episódio, até que avançamos bem, resolvemos bem alguns problemas. Talvez até faça mais tarde uma mais live avançando as missões primárias. Até as missões secundárias dá pra fazer depois. Mas é isso aí, galera, estamos indo bem. Vou salvar aqui. E é isso aí, galera. Um sábado todo mundo estiver assistindo. Quem tiver aí, não esquece de deixar aquele like lá e compartilhar pra gente, para dar aquela força inscrito se for inscrito. Caso queira ajudar o canal, tem o sistema de membros e o Pix, caso queira ajudar financeiramente. E é isso aí, galera. Fiquem na live que vocês vão ser redirecionados para o canal parceiro. Eu vou me atingindo por aqui. Quem tiver aí, não esquece de deixar aquele like lá e compartilhar pra gente, para dar aquela força inscrito se for inscrito. E nos vemos então em um próximo vídeo, um próximo episódio, galera. Falou!